Okay, so thought I'd make a video. I'm having such a bad mental health day. I'm so triggered right now. Um, I got fired. Well, fired. I quit. I fired. It was a weird thing. With my job, so I don't have a job anymore, and that makes me feel hopeless or helpless. Sorry, I'm out of control. And for me, when I feel that way, I struggle. So and then other things. I had a huge fight with my dad the other night. So lots of things in me right now, and like stuff with my just personal stuff. Like lots is going on. Anyways, I'm triggered. And what happens with health anxiety is that when stress is in your life, well, for me, and usually when I talk to people, the same thing. When you become stressed in your life, I'm just gonna take 1 second to breathe. Breathe with me. Okay, sorry. Can't catch my breath. Okay, so when I'm triggered in life, my health anxiety is triggered. And the hardest part about that is that being triggered from your life stresses is hard enough, and then now you have to deal with that stupid OCD mind that's telling you you're gonna die and that everything you feel is gonna kill you. And it's fucking hard, dude. But anyways, what I realize is I'm angry. I get angry a lot when I'm like this. I'm not an angry person. But then when I go through a period where my anxiety acts up, I get super triggered because I have this anger that I've held on to with my anxiety, because the way I look at it is this is how my brain goes. For me, I had a panic attack at 15 that convinced me that I had a heart attack and a stroke. And from then on out, I believed that there was something wrong with my heart. And this happened over 9 years. I believed this. And then I had another mental breakdown after 9 years. And after that mental breakdown, I was convinced again that it wasn't. Then I finally figured out that it is in my heart and that it's anxiety. And then my focus became anxiety. And then when my focus became anxiety, everything is now a fear. The feeling of adrenaline never used to scare me. Now it scares me. Anything to do with panic attacks scares me. When you feel like you're feeling panic, it scares me. Now I'm this scared little girl who's just overanalyzing her body all the time, terrified of everything that's happening to me. And it's like, I get angry because I'm like, if that stupid fucking panic attack didn't happen at 15 and I didn't, and I was told that it was a panic attack, I don't know if that would have changed it, but like, if it just didn't happen, maybe my brain would be normal. And I think those are normal thoughts that no matter what you're going through in life, you're going to feel that way probably. So I understand it. I'm just venting, but I just, I guess this is just a video again to just show my struggles. When I made this account, I really didn't have this idea of how I was going to help people. Like, I'm not going to, like, there's not this, like, okay, guys, here we're at class. I'm going to teach you about anxiety. It's more so I want people to know humanly what it comes down to, what as a human I feel, what my insecurities are, my thought thought processes, my OCD thoughts. I want people to know what I feel physically, mentally, and everything, when I'm scared of, angry, all that. I just want to be real with people and show them, you know, some videos, because I know a lot, and I've come a long way, and it's because I know a lot, and I taught myself, and I did lots of practice, and I got to this beautiful place. But like, okay, for instance, I haven't had a panic attack for like say 3.5, 4 months. Or no, I had one. to, I forget when I posted it. Since the last one I posted, I haven't had a panic attack since. So I feel like it was like 2 months. And then last couple of days I've been feeling panicky. I haven't had a full panic attack come on. I've just had anxiety attacks. But I know that when you start having anxiety attacks, that's when a panic attack can come on. So I'm trying to sit with myself and cope and just make myself feel better so that it doesn't get to that point, you know? But it's difficult. Mental health is very difficult because there's so many turning wheels and it's so much. It's like a spider web of things, and I don't know. I just see my mind right now spinning. You know, I don't know if anyone else can do that. I don't know if you've ever heard someone go, how to tell if someone's getting anxious. They start zoning out. Well, for me, that's the case. And I don't know why people zone out. For me, I zone out because I'm sitting there looking at my brain. Like I'm looking within my mind. And I'm seeing everything turn. All the things turning. Thoughts flipping by. I just see all that. You know? And that's how I feel right now. And I know when I get into this place, I gotta calm and quiet my mind. Because if I don't, that's when things like activating your amygdala will happen. So when your mind starts going into a bad place and you're having anxiety attacks and your limbic system and nervous system is so haywire and everything's up and you're having bad thoughts and you're feeling anxious already, so the energy's there and things can just ignite at any moment, your amygdala can shoot off accidentally now. So you're in the zone of like, if you're not careful, you can end up setting off that amygdala. And when that happens, that's when the panic attack that seems as if it comes out of nowhere happens. So when they say, you know, a panic attack comes out of nowhere very strongly, and an anxiety attack is more you work yourself up into it. So I'm having anxiety attacks lately, right? So I'm working myself up and I'm bringing myself back down and I'm working myself up. But when I'm coming down, it's not fully leaving. It's still kind of there. So like I said, when you get into that place, you're now setting your mind up to go into a place where it's not going to be good. So this is where you have to put the brakes on. You have to sit with yourself, okay? Today I'm home alone. I feel like I don't want to sit with myself. But I know I have to. So I'm probably going to have a bath and really fucking meditate. And this is the funny thing. Me saying that I'm going to have a bath, I just felt anxiety. This is a weird thing with anxiety that we don't talk about. Is that for lots of us, we have anxiety because we don't know how to sit with ourselves. It scares us. We're so uncomfortable. Isn't that sad that we're scared to sit with ourselves and just to be there for ourselves? So it's like you gotta fight that feeling and be like, no, we're sitting with ourselves today. Like, whether you like it or not, ego or whatever is inside me that doesn't want to, we're doing it. And whether you like it or not, you can kick and scream and you can want to run and jump out of the tub, but we're going to sit in there and we're not leaving for 2 hours. And you're going to sit and you are going to feel everything you need to feel until it all comes out. And, you know, that's what life's about, unfortunately. When you want to care about your mental health, it's a lot of taking care of yourself if you really want to do it. And I am just me. I don't have kids. I can't imagine people who go through this with children. I can't imagine. My heart goes out to everyone who deals with panic attacks when they have kids. I don't know how you guys do it. I would break. Like, oh my God, I can't. But then also there's pros to it too, because like lots of you guys stay busy with your kids, so it keeps your mind away from yourself, which can be bad, but like, you know, whatever. But for me, progress, and for you guys, progress is going to start when you start realizing that setbacks, when this stuff happens from your life or whatever, ignites your anxiety, knowing how am I going to manage this, you know, so that it doesn't lead to the point that it's led to in life. And here's the thing is, I don't think I would have a panic attack the next couple of days, maybe not even the next couple of weeks, but if I don't figure out my anxiety right now, in the next couple of weeks, it will take me into a very bad place, and it always has. My whole life has showed me. So the bigger picture is I'm trying to break that cycle. I'm trying to break the cycle of me having anxiety because life goes wrong. Because for me, in my past till now, how my life has worked is like this: life happens, shit goes wrong, I start filling that bottle up, right? That bottle starts filling up. And as soon as it gets to halfway, you start feeling it. You know, that energy, that anxious, that there's things in you that need to be let go of. You're holding on to emotions, and there's so much going on that you don't really know. And then at this point we start turning away from ourselves, which is why people end up suppressing emotions, and they have mental breakdowns, because we don't know, we weren't taught as a society on how to look within, when to look within, when to notice that the mind and body are getting out of whack. So we got to look within so that we can release, get it back into homeostasis, regulate that nervous system so that we're not spiraling and heading towards a big major mental breakdown, panic attacks, etc., right? So to break the cycle that has been my whole life of getting to this point that I'm in now, going whatever, deal with it, keep your mind busy, stay occupied, it'll be fine, and then boom, hitting a wall, like just boom with the panic attack. Now that panic attack throws me into psychosis of thinking I'm gonna die and being wrapped up, instead of going, well, why did I get here? Why did I get to this panic attack? What brought me to this panic attack? So now, in my journey of self-healing, it is to get to the point that I'm at now, which is see what's going on, Ashlyn, become more self-aware, more mindful, more conscious of it. See what's happening. You are starting to get into a bad place. That's okay. And I still struggle with that. I feel a little fear about it, probably because we anticipate panic attacks or what we fear. So I feel a little jitty about it. Also, I'm feeling anxious, and that is what anxiety is. But now it's like, okay, as uncomfortable as it is, we can't wait till we have no choice and it comes down to survival, right? Which feels easier, but it's not, right? So before it gets to that place, we need to sit with ourselves now, and we really need to work on this, and it's so much, you guys. Like, it's things like, look at this. This is outside the back of my house right now. It's a pure whiteout blizzard. That's a road right there. It's a blizzard. Like, that factors in. You feel trapped inside the house. Like, you can't go for a walk for your mental health. You can't do things. There's so much to it. And it's just like, all it comes down to, I know it sounds crazy, and I'm telling myself this too because it does sound crazy to me, is it's just about sitting with yourself when you get to this point. Giving yourself just a break. If you have kids, I don't care. Lock them up, or lock yourself up in a room and say, I need to go to the bathroom, whatever it is you're going to tell your kids. You give yourself a 10-15 minute break, and you focus on breathing for 5 minutes, however long it takes to get you to a place where you feel like you're, grounded a little bit, like, okay, I'm here, I'm present. And then you turn inwards and you go, what do I need? And for me, when I get to this place, after 5 minutes of that, I will bawl. Like, I just start bawling, because it's like, once you let yourself know it's safe, you're safe, you can come out and tell me what you need, you'll bawl, and you'll know you can start trying to get to that place of understanding, what do I need? And I'm going to do that today, and I hope that everyone does that kind of stuff. If you're going through your journey, it's hard. There's setbacks, because this is life. Anxiety is emotion, remember. This is what I want everyone to know, including myself. Anxiety is an emotion. Just like sadness, just like happiness. What is an emotion? Emotion is just a certain energy combination. It's a certain thing that we feel, energy, that makes it different for all of us. So sadness is a certain feeling of energy, anger is a certain feeling of energy, and anxiety is just a certain feeling of energy. And it's nervous energy, and it's energy that for me comes from a place of feeling like something bad's gonna happen, because you're too worked up, and you're you're nervous and you're scared and you're tired and you're overwhelmed and you're irritable, and it's just this weird emotion, and it's the most complicated emotion out of all of them, I think. So remind yourself that anxiety isn't trying to kill you, and it's just a weird fucking emotion that we need to just sit with, just like we do with sadness, just like we do with anger. Those are uncomfortable emotions too, but when we sit with them and we go, you're okay, what do you feel? Like, release it. It's a weird, anxiety's hard, I know that, okay? It's difficult. But sit with yourself and be nice. I'm telling you right now, if you change the way you talk to yourself, you will feel something. You'll feel it instantly. Because we don't realize how we don't talk to ourselves nice that much. Try talking to yourself nice, and you will feel something like come over you and hug you, and it's you. You're just being there for yourself. And that's all we can do, is just be there for ourselves. That's it. And, support yourself like you would to a parent or a friend that really needs you. The way that you love them, the way that you want them to feel, Because I know you guys that deal with anxiety are empaths, and I know that people, we care, we overthink, we care too much. We look at things in a different way. It's who we are, so let's own it and let's give it back to ourselves, I've been there for so many people in my life. I'm ready to be there for myself, kind of thing, And you just keep at it, and you don't give up on yourself. I know it sounds simple, and it's not. It's not simple. It's about consistency, and it's about compassion. Have compassion for yourself, and have patience for yourself. And you'll get there more and more. And you might have setbacks. Like, I know that it's night and day for me from about, let's say, 5 months ago. Oh my God. If you look at me now from 5 months ago, I've come a long way. But I still have setbacks. And right now, with what's going on in my life, I know I'm having a huge one again. And I know it's going to get worse if I don't start dealing with it. So now, what's the lesson that I took out of my life dealing with anxiety? It's to break the cycle. What's that cycle? The cycle of letting my bottle overflow instead of noticing when it's halfway full and going, I'm going to pour some out, right? Why wait till it overflows and now we have a mental breakdown? Let's try to learn on emptying that bottle before the cap blows off, kind of thing, right? So I love you all. I hope you're all doing good. And, anxiety is not cool. I don't like it. But I love myself. And you need to love yourself and know that we aren't giving up. We don't give up. Warriors, not a worrier.